Robert Kubica refuses to give up. This is a hell of a first day at school for the man who almost lost his life at the wheel of a rally car. Let's see how he gets on this opening stage. We'll run his clock next to the world champion Sébastien Ogier. Ogier's time is set. That's the one in the green. The end of the stage is coming up for Kubica. The clock comes to a halt, and he's quicker by getting on for almost a second a kilometre.
Very, very difficult. Then we did mistake. We did some modification on the car, and we didn't lock the extra lights, so the lights were bouncing in the high speed. I couldn't see anything in high speed, but it's long rally, and this was most difficult stage of my life, definitely.
Robert Kubica has chosen slicks. They worked on stage one, described by Robert as the hardest of his life. You can only imagine how much fun it is driving in these conditions, in this light. Robert wins stage two to go with stage one, and he keeps the lead as well, thanks to a couple of hefty cuts. You're an expert at speed on tarmac, but what was that first stage like? Was it a surprise to you?
There was nothing to do with tarmac. Wherever there was tarmac, there was a lot of water, ice, snow, dust, gravel, so yeah, difficult.
Robert Kubica has impressed everybody on this, his first day, and he's even had to deal with something rattling around in the footwell of his car. If we listen in, we might be able to hear it. If you don't look at this unbelievable speed that he's driving at, that is.
All in all, a day of mixed emotions.
When you are leading after two stages, and then yeah, you get caught by a lot of snow in one stage, and we lost nearly 1.5 minutes. It's always painful, but I have to be realistic, and if someone would tell me that I will win 2 stages in day 1 in Monte Carlo, I will sign it straight away.
It's more of a level playing field today, with everybody on the same tyre choice. But is the novelty beginning to wear off for Robert Kubica? Let's put the clocks up and try and find out where he's suffering in comparison to Ogier. And he is suffering already. Ogier's time in green, Kubica in red. Ogier flew through here in 1/10 of a second over 29 minutes. And we are watching here Robert Kubica drop a place down to 4th. There's a cautious start for former Formula One star Robert Kubica. He's 4th on the opening stage and drops to 4th place overall. So on to Robert Kubica, who's hanging in there and striking back, and wasting no time in making up time that he's just lost to Chris Meek. But despite his efforts, he stays in 4th place. Just. Doesn't have to fret too much about that, because bigger problems are raining down on his other rivals, and here is the biggest one of the lot. From 4th place, the pole, Robert Kubica is about to check out of his Monte Carlo gamble early. Brake, no grip, understeer, bridge, bye-bye, Robert. No grip there, and down there, there's nothing but trees.
The second day of the Monte Carlo rally, and it's all over for Robert Kubica. The former F1 star had been setting a stunning pace on his debut at this terrifying event. But one misjudgment of the grip levels on the wet tarmac was all it took. Off the road and out of the rally.